The desert is the kingdom of ants. Here, a multitude of species are adapted to survive in the harsh, dry conditions. Harvester ants busily collect seeds of desert plants all day, carrying them back to their catacomb-like nests that can be several meters deep. Fast-moving formica move about on the surface, seeking out different food items, from small insects to flower nectar. Other ants, like these ponerines, are subterranean predators, living their lives below the surface out of the harsh sunlight. As the sun sets on the desert and temperatures begin to cool, other ants begin to stir. Large yellow myrmecocystus ants. Fast-moving insects that only come out of their nests when the sun sets and the air cools to a more comfortable temperature. Like most ants, they hunt for both small insects on the surface and also collect simple sugars from flowers or aphids. Ants are eusocial organisms that live in colonies to achieve reproductive success for the queen, working together to collect resources, raise brood, and construct nests. Often, though, they live near unrelated competing ants. How do ants tell the difference between a fellow member of a colony and a competitor? All insects are coated by cuticular hydrocarbons, which creates a barrier that water has trouble crossing, thus further protecting them from desiccation. In social hymenoptera, like ants, these cuticular hydrocarbons have slight variation based on genes, diet, and other aspects of the ant's physical environment, giving each colony a distinctive odor that an ant assesses when they bump into another ant with chemoreceptors located on the antennae. In many species, the reproductive queen has slightly different hydrocarbons to help differentiate herself from the sterile workers. What makes ants in the genus Myrmecocystus famous is that far below the surface, where some soil moisture is retained, some workers fill their crop, almost a second stomach that holds food for other nestmates, with fluids, often simple sugars, but also water. They take in so much fluid into their social stomach it causes the abdomen to swell dramatically. The abdomen expands so much that the sclerotized plates of the exoskeleton, which normally overlap, become widely separated on the stretched out arthrodial membrane. This special caste of ants are called repletes, and are basically living storage containers, holding food for times of famine in the desert, giving these ants an edge out here. They can give stored food to other nestmates through a process called trophallaxis. My hope was to try digging down beside a colony and try to find and film some repletes nearly a meter below the surface of the desert. And I'm going to dig to the edges of that rock. Unfortunately, though digging quite deep into the ground and into the side of the nest, none of these special ants could be found. Instead, I found a chamber full of relates, future reproductive females and males that after a substantial rain will leave the nest and head into the desert skies to mate. It may be that due to the production of all these reproductives, there are fewer repletes in the nest than normal, and they may even be deeper below the surface around the queen herself. I do, however, have a replete specimen in alcohol to give you an idea of what they look like, though the abdomen is often far more swollen and nearly perfectly spherical and about the size of a large blueberry. This concentration of sugar makes honeypot ants a tempting sugary snack for other animals, including people. I have had the opportunity to try this desert delicacy, which is incredibly sweet like honey, but cut by a distinctive tartness, which is from the formic acid these ants produce. When digging into some of the nest's chambers, ants spilled out and covered me. Fortunately, as formicine ants, they lost their ability to sting. Instead, they spray formic acid out of their abdomen. Formic acid is the most basic carboxylic acid with a hydrogen R group. Formic acid is a great defense against other insects, and even without a sting they can mount a vicious attack on a larger intruder like myself. What they do is use their sharp mandibles to make a small cut through my skin, then spray a little formic acid in the wound, giving the same effect as lemon juice in a paper cut. One ant also got me in the eye, which really burned.
Oh, they got me in the eye.
With no luck tracking down repletes, the hole was filled in, and the ants were left to repair the damage I caused. But they had won and kept their repletes safe. Ants won, me 0. Thank you for watching this video on the behavior and biochemistry of formicine ants. On this channel, my goal is to educate viewers on the natural world and inspire outdoor exploration and conservation action. If you enjoyed learning about how ants use formic acid as a defense, you may be interested in my video on insect stings, a defense far more effective against large vertebrate threats.